We decided to launch MRA about 4 years ago because my wife, Deborah, had been diagnosed with melanoma.
When I was diagnosed with stage 2 melanoma, we were horrified to learn that really nothing had really changed in the field.
How do we take the best ideas that people have had, what has worked, and how do we let organizations grow and fast track by taking what has worked for other organizations and also avoiding what hasn't worked?
Most melanomas that are ultimately fatal were in fact potentially curable if people who look at the skin are able to recognize and appropriately deal with those early melanomas. We can avoid a lot of the deaths just by that.
I think that one of the most important things about preventing melanoma is getting the word out to as many people as possible, especially young people, because they're the ones who are the most susceptible.
MRA, as we are known, is a very unique, fast-moving, not-for-profit whose whole purpose is to accelerate the pace of the science to find cures for melanoma.
I originally had melanoma 28 years ago. I think that what they're doing with research and changing the way that researchers work and working together, and really you feel it when you're in the room.
We have made very important advances this year with the approval of 2 new drugs for patients with advanced melanoma. But there is much work that remains to be done.
The mission is to get everybody in the field to work together. That's why we named ourselves Melanoma Research Alliance.
Thank you all so much for being here for the MRA's 3rd annual scientific retreat.
What I've been extraordinarily impressed by is their ability to build communities. I think at the organizational level, they've pulled together scientists, clinicians, the public, with a single message, which is we've got to cure melanoma.
We really value the team science approach because it brings synergy, it gets people to work together who might not have even known each other before.
People from all around the world gathered in one room that are focused every day of their lives on finding cure or cures to this terrible disease.
Having a meeting like this where it's a scientific retreat, it's not a business meeting, it's a scientific retreat where some of the most promising data from the past year is presented and people can see that in real time before it gets published.
Team science is the future, and you can see the impact that's been made with large groups of investigators that go beyond their own institutional walls.
It's really quite a unique opportunity for experts across the field of melanoma, ranging from epidemiology, dermatology, medical oncology, and surgical oncology, to come together to share where we have come so far.
Young Investigator Award is a program that the MRA sponsors wherein proposals put forward by young doctors or scientists.
It's a way to bring the best and brightest into the field of melanoma.
MRA certainly has played an important role in funding new science and new investigators in this area.
In my perspective, from my point of view, the Melanoma Research Alliance has provided, personally, my laboratory the opportunity to grow in scope and in achievement and outreach, and is very much a motivational organization.
Interesting things were beginning to happen in my lab, but I really needed funding to see if it's in fact possible. And this is where the Melanoma Research Alliance came in. They put their trust in me.
In order to get anything done, you have to attract talent to any field. And the first effort that a Melanoma Research Alliance has done is attract many of the best and brightest scientists in the world to the field of melanoma research.
The progress that has occurred since the founding of MRA has been astounding, actually. The MRA has funded over $33 million in the last 4 years. We've been able to leverage a lot more funding from the NIH and other organizations.
For the first time in more than 12 years, there are 2 new drugs that have come to market for cancer patients with melanoma. So it is a unique opportunity. We need more energy. We need more people coming together. We need to raise more money.
I hope to be able to advance the treatment and the management of patients who I see who have melanoma.
My only other wish is that that enthusiasm can continue, and I think, again, the research that the MRI is supporting will certainly help to continue that effort.
There's a lot of excitement and momentum, and I think there is a real sense of hope right now because of all the dialogue and the collaboration that's been engendered, especially in the last 4 or 5 years.